everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sophie and in today's video I'm going to be going through all of the fantasy series that I would like to read in 2026. So before I get into the video, please remember to like this video if you enjoy it and subscribe to my channel for more bookish content. I primarily read fantasy, thriller and romance books, and I post videos every Sunday and every other Wednesday. So as I said at the beginning of the video, this is going to be a list of all of the fantasy series that I would like to read this year. This doesn't necessarily mean start and finish, but I would definitely like to start and make some good progress on a lot of these. So we'll go through 4 of them that I have on my Kindle. So the first one is the Shadow of the Leviathan series by Robert Jackson Bennett, the first book being The Tainted Cup. I own the first 2 on Kindle. I picked them up when they were 99p, and I know that the third one comes out in August, so I could start this one sort of around summertime and read the whole thing. I did read a Robert Jackson Bennett series last year. It was the Foundry Side series and I really enjoyed it, and I've heard quite good things about his latest series, so I really want to get to it. Next up we have the Fall of the Dragon series by Amber Chen, the first book being Of Jade and Dragons. Again, I have both of these on my Kindle. I think I got this recommendation from Elliot Brooks. I think she spoke about it in a video, and I saw both of them on 99p and picked them up. As it's only a duology, I'm not really investing too much time into this, and this could be a quite quick and easy win for me. All I know is that it's about dragons, and that's all I really need to know, and I haven't really seen too many people talking about this one. Next up we have the Bridge Kingdom series by Danielle L. Jensen. Now I think I own 3 of them on Kindle, and I know there's currently 6 out, and they're sort of like 3 duologies, so maybe I would quite like to read the first duology and see what I think of it. I definitely have the first 3, so I'm hoping to maybe read the first 2 this year. This is a series that I've heard recommended quite a few times, so I really want to read it and see what it's about. And then finally on Kindle we have the Prison Healer series by Lynette Noni. Again, I picked all these up when they were 99p throughout last year, and I've heard quite good things about this series. It's a YA fantasy series. I don't really know too much else other than that, and again, as I own all 3, I could just binge read this series and get these done. So next up we have some physical TBR series. So the first one is The Ninth Reign by Jen Williams. I own the first book in this series. I got this for Christmas last year, and I've been wanting to read this series for a really long time. It comes really highly recommended again from Elliot Brooks. I get a lot of fantasy recommendations from her. I've been wanting to read this series for quite a few years, so I'm really excited that I now own it and can get to it. I can't remember the synopsis of this one, and to be honest I don't really want to reread the synopsis and find out what it's about. I want to go in blind. But yeah, I'm really excited to get to this one, and maybe if I leave it towards the end of the year I could put the second and the third one on my Christmas list and get them for Christmas and carry on if I enjoy it. So maybe this one will be one that I read towards the end of the year. We then have the Bone Ships by R.J. Barker. This is a trilogy, and again I only own the first one. Same with the Ninth Reign. I've been wanting to read this one for quite a few years and finally got it for Christmas this year. So again, I think I might do a similar sort of thing to the Ninth Reign and read this just before Christmas or around like sort of October, November, and put the other 2 on my Christmas list, or I can just get them from the library if I do enjoy them. I think again this is a dragon fantasy series, and I don't really know too much more than that. Well, I do when I read the synopsis originally, but I don't really know too much about it now. But it comes highly recommended. It's got like recommendations from Robin Hobb, so I'm really excited to get to this series, but again I'll probably leave it to later in the year. We then have Age of Ash by Daniel Abraham. He is one of the authors of the Expanse series, which I'm currently reading and really enjoying, and I've only got the first one, so maybe I'll just try the first one and see what we think. I've heard kind of mixed things about this one, so I'm really interested to see what I think of it. Again, I don't really know too much about this one. I tend to sort of read the synopsis of books when I'm first interested in them or when I first hear about them, and then I put them on my wish list or get them from the library, and I don't reread the synopsis before I go in because I want the book to tell me what's going on. So yeah, I'm not really doing very well on the synopses of these, but yeah, I'm really excited to get to this one, probably again towards the end of the year. And I'm not sure if this is a completed series or not. I think the second one might be out, but I'm not sure about the third one. We then have Pestilence by Laura Thalassa. This is the first book in the 4 Horsemen series. I do actually own all 4 of these books. I picked this box set up at 66 books, so I would quite like to get to all 4 of them this year. It's a fantasy romance series, and I know the plot of all 4 of these are quite similar to one another, so I feel like I could space these out over the year when I wanted a bit of a break from like high epic fantasy. I think I'm going to read the first one pretty soon-ish, and then we'll see where we go from there if I like this series or not. But I do own all 4, and it is a completed series, so I would like to get to this one sooner rather than later. We then have Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. I'm not sure what this series is called, but I do only have the first one. I do believe it is a completed trilogy now, so So I only have the first one, so I would like to get to this one pretty soonish. I'm not really loving fantasy at the moment, which is kind of why I'm making this list, to get myself a bit more excited about the fantasy that I've got again. So I'm thinking maybe a like YA fantasy might be a way to make myself enjoy fantasy again. I have read from Victoria Aveyard before. I did read her Red Queen series all those years ago and I really enjoyed it. So I'm excited to read this one, and I'll probably read this one and then get the next two from the library. But yeah, I'm really excited to get to this one, and I don't really know too much about it either. I then have the Lycanius trilogy by James Islington. The first book is The Shadow of What Was Lost. I recently read The Will of the Many last year and The Strength of the Few earlier this year, and I really enjoyed them. I think James Islington is an author I'm really going to enjoy. I did get the entire box set of this for Christmas. So this is a trilogy, and I'm hoping to read the first one very soon and then carry on with this series, but we shall see. They are quite chunky, so, and I do want to take my time with them and enjoy them. I think that's the best way to get things out of James Islington's book. But yeah, I'm really excited to get to this one again sooner rather than later. And then finally we have the Empire of the Vampire trilogy by J. Kristoff. I have the first two in paperback. I got them for Christmas this year, and I think the third one came out late last year, so we'll be coming out in paperback later this year. So I think I'm going to save this one for around Halloween time, as it's like about vampires. All I know about this one is it follows a vampire, I believe, in a world that's been overtaken by vampires. I'm not 100% sure. I have read from J. Kristoff before. I've read his Nevernight trilogy, and I've also read the stuff he's co-authored with Amy Kaufman, I think, and I've really enjoyed them. And I'm not sure if this is going to be quite to my taste, but I'm interested to give it a try, and I'm always on the lookout for a great vampire book as well. So if you have any recommendations for like great vampire reads, I'd love to hear them. So those are the 11 fantasy series that I would quite like to get to in 2026. Again, not necessarily complete all of them, but certainly make a start and make good progress on quite a few of them. So that is going to be it for this video. Nice and short and sweet. Comment down below what fantasy series you are aiming to read in 2026. I'd love to hear what's on your guys' radar as well. Please remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel for more bookish content, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye!